All right, before this year, I don't think I'd even seen a Thai movie or a TV show. But because I'm studying Thai, I decided to watch a bunch of them, and now I've got 10. And it's time for me to share the good, the bad, and the ugly. Actually, most of these are pretty good. I didn't know what to expect. I just kind of went in and found random recommendations online. So, anyways, here they are. I started out with this movie called Friend Zone, which is a romantic comedy, and yeah, about what you could expect. It was good. I enjoyed it. Filmed on different locations. Kind of a somewhat of a mysterious plot. How's it going to end? It's a comedy. How do you think it's going to end? So, yeah, I think that was a good place to start. And then I watched this other movie, Bad Genius, which is about cheating on tests, high school, entrance tests for college. And I just remember that the English speakers in this, because part of it takes place in Australia, are really bad. Like, as is often the case in movies where English isn't the native, or probably any movie in which the director doesn't know how well the other languages are. Like, they can only direct it so well. So anyways, though, that was an okay story. I didn't really get into it too much. Then I watched this stand-up comedy special called DL13. I don't know if that's the guys, I can't remember, but the only thing that is kind of interesting about that is that first off, the style of humor is very different from American or any kind of other humor. It's much, I don't know, I found it cleaner, at least this guy's, maybe it's just this comedian, who knows. And also it was really long, it was like 3 hours. Who does a 3-hour comedy special? This guy, I guess he felt the need to really share his thoughts. I don't know if I got all the jokes. Some of them were like political and local for Thai, but I enjoyed what I did follow, and it was interesting. Very long though, like I said. Then I watched this movie, The Billionaire, which is sort of a rags to riches type story, kind of entrepreneur movie. I guess it was okay. Then I watched some documentaries. I watched 6 Weeks to Mother's Day, which was about this orphanage which is very different from any other thing that I've seen about Thailand, because it's out in the countryside, and it was okay. It was interesting. It was something I wasn't really familiar with, and kept my attention. Then I watched another documentary that I wasn't as interested in. It was called Come and See, which is about Dhammakaya, which is it's kind of like the Scientology of Thailand, I guess. No, it's I don't know. I'm not clear exactly how they identify, but it is a very powerful organization from what I understand from this movie. And other than from this movie, I've never heard of it, never encountered it in my travels in Thailand. But it was okay. It just didn't have a lot of, it didn't build any kind of climax or resolution. It doesn't have a traditional narrative arc that I think you get in a lot of documentaries. Then I watched something kind of between a documentary and a story called Mysterious Object at Noon, which is, you guys know the term exquisite corpse, where one person starts a story or something and then they hand it off to somebody else and they take it over. Well, basically that's what this director was doing. He was going around Thailand and getting just amateurs, people to continue this story, and it was probably I think if I had to pick the worst thing on this, that was my least favorite. Probably the only one that I kind of wish I hadn't watched. It was kind of a waste of time. After that, I decided to watch some TV shows, and I wanted English subtitles, and I don't have Netflix or anything like that. So basically I looked on YouTube to see what was available in terms of Thai series, and they had English subtitles. So the first one I found was called Oh My Boss, and all three of the ones that I watched, and the best one is the last one, were on this channel. I think it's called GMCC, but I'll link to them all below if you want to watch for some reason. And they are all sponsored by Suzuki Swift. So there's like a commercial within the series, and one character in the series always drives a Suzuki Swift. And other than that, that's the only other thing you're guaranteed to see is some character goes into a coma, because all these are kind of soap opera-like. And the first one's called Oh My Boss. It's about some woman who's in love with her boss, and it's like a kind of a romantic comedy with some adventure elements. It was okay, kind of a low budget soap opera. I like some of the actors though. And then I watched something that was a little more dramatic, a little more I don't even know how to describe it. It's called Nabby, My Stepdarling, which is, it had a feel almost like that movie, The Room, but also that has almost like a David Lynch feel to it. It also feels like they're trying to make a show with that seems like it has a large budget, even though it probably had like $100,000 for the whole budget for the entire show. And I noticed that all these shows are usually just one season. Like I think they get not up and coming, but actors that haven't quite made it yet, so they can get them for pretty cheap, and then they don't have to do a second season and worry about like losing characters because they want a higher salary or something. So the second one, yeah, Nabby, My Stepdarling, I liked it more than Oh My Boss, but I don't know if I like loved it. It was had a weird ending, like a very unsatisfying ending, and then but some great actors in it too. Very the quality of actors really varies. So sometimes, yeah, I think that connected back to The Room as well, because yeah, the final one, the one I recommend the most, is called P.S. I Hate You. I'm finishing it right now, and it has some of the characters from Nabby, My Stepdarling, and it's I don't even want to know where to begin. It just has all these shows have really great villains, and this one I think because they very suspensefully reveal all the details of the story. There's a lot of backstory, and literally they take the entire series, which is a very, I think, Faulknerian thing to do, to slowly unravel the threads of the story. So I love it, though. It's one of my favorite shows. Not just in Thai. I think it's a very addictive show with soap opera elements. One moment you think the characters are fine, next moment they're at each other's throats again. So it's a real roller coaster, and I love it. And yeah, I think of all the ones that I would recommend, P.S. I Hate You is the one that's the case. And yeah, so I'll probably keep doing this. So maybe if I get 10 more TV shows or movies in Thai, I'll do another one of these. But let me know if you have any favorite TV shows, movies in Thai. I'm very curious and eager to see more and learn more about the Thai cinema landscape.